Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am your host, Dasha, and I'm so honored and excited to be here. This is the first video. I am like a little bit nervous. I'm feeling like I'll have to like record, re-record, pause, go. This is a big deal for me. This is a really big deal for me in many ways, and I'm gonna take you on a journey. And this channel I want to create for people for like this square pegs that don't fit into the round holes. You know you are destined for more, but have been conditioned to be small. And yeah, I don't even know where to begin. Um, I guess I want to start why I'm doing what I'm doing, how it all happened. Um, because I get it. Life can be fucking hard and it can be scary and it can be lonely. I remember I used to be so scared of being alone. And I had this like I felt really lonely at times. And I felt really lonely at times and I would cry myself to sleep and just cry and just feel sad and just feel so lonely. And I probably should have paused that. But I also want to create a channel where you feel like we're hanging out together. You're having a tea, I'm having a tea. And life is jolly. Life is, because something like this has been missing for me. It's been missing for me because I created a life of my dreams, and I'll tell you the backstory of how it happened, how I went from a crying girl on the bed to traveling the world, being nomadic and living my best life, then healing my relationship to money, my relationship to men, having the most epic dating life after being single for 27 years, just like the biggest commitment phobe. I thought there was no good men out there. All men were shit. And that was the narrative I was running. And everything changed, but not straight away. And now I live a big life and a big dream, and I have a community of entrepreneurs, healers, change makers, and thought leaders. And also, just I want to speak to everybody. I want to speak to everyone. This is why I'm doing a YouTube channel, and I hope that if this resonates, if this lights you up, it brings magic into your day, into your world, that you share it with the world, and this YouTube grows organically. And I'm going to bring vulnerability. I'm going to share myself, even though I'm very private. I'm kind of like, this is why it's a big deal. Consistency also, like showing up regularly. It's like, can I do it? Can I not self-sabotage? I'm just going through like one of my biggest launches in my career, and I am struggling. I am struggling. I am struggling. And I don't want to admit it. I don't want to admit it because I need to be brave and strong, and no one wants to listen to someone who's weak and a loser. At least that's my narrative. But also let's be real. And I think leaders should lead from authenticity, vulnerability, and realness. And sometimes we don't fucking know. Sometimes we're on top of the world, and sometimes we're here in the bottom. We're brought down to our knees. But it's kind of part of the game. We love this experience. This is part of the human experience. If it was easy, we would be bored. We would be bored. We would be bored. So, hmm. Where do I want to begin? I guess I want to begin with a little breath. Let's take a little breath because I'm all about breath and yeah, body and pleasure and fun. And sometimes though, we don't feel good. And this is why I made this channel to plug in for inspiration. I have avenues, but I hadn't for a very long time. And I was like, yo, where where can we plug in? And the avenues that I have to plug in, they're all paid. You have to pay for them. And I wanted to create something where you if you're feeling lonely, you can have a friend, have a chat with. So I'd love for you to use the chat and to the comments, and I'd love to hear from you and feel you. And I want to build a community of magicians. Yeah, I know you know. And if you don't know, you will know. And yeah, I want to create a space where you can binge this and feel good after, not drained, not depleted, but enlivened, inspired, excited. We're going to talk about everything, all topics. And today, I guess I want to talk about life not going as planned, and the beauty and the stress and the pain and the pleasure of that. And it's not something that I was planning on talking about. I was going to talk about me a little bit, like who I am, and that I run a mystery school called Squada, which means mischief. And um, well, I kind of did talk about consistency terrifying me, and that I just had my 32nd birthday, and after a 32-hour flight, and I'm still landing, and I am feeling all the feels. I am really in such a torn polarity. I am about to launch a course about money magic, and I don't like where I'm living. So I decided to move. And I decided that I'm going to move whether I'm going to get a refund or not. And that means that I'm going to have to invest another $1,000. And it just felt so fucking crazy. Like, well, actually, it felt not crazy until I showed my friend the place I wanted to move. And he asked how much it was, and he freaked out. And I was like, oh, I'm about to pay double that because I'm about to keep the other place and have this place. And then I started to be like, well, I don't know if I should do it. And then there was a part of me like, yo, you're teaching this, money is infinite. And really, guys, if you're like, what is she on about? Yeah, it's been a journey, and I unpack it. You'll see the videos, they're coming, about the energetics of money. But what we've been told about money is not true, and it's completely opposite. And this YouTube is hopefully going to expand you into learning more and bringing more focus there, because if you're not, then you're fucked pretty much. So yeah, and I was like, yeah, okay. And then today I get a call from my client, and yeah, I'm about to lose $1,000 because she's about to cancel, pause. And I was like, holy shit, look, money's fucking with me big time. The universe is showing me like, yo, like it's just energy. Like you can spend it there, or it's going to go there, or it's going to go there. Like it is all about your capacity to hold. So I'm like freaking doing my work, like expand my capacity to hold, because fuck, I don't want to, because it doesn't feel good, right? Especially with my background in deep, 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 deep scarcity around money because of the epigenetics in my family, right? Oh, let's take a breath. Yeah, it's big. So let's talk about things not going as planned, because that's a very common thing. And this can be like things not going as planned in your launch, or it can be things not going as planned in your life or in your travels. Like, do I have a story for you? So I applied for a visa for Bali for 2 months because I have to stay here for 5 weeks. And I could stay for 4, but I was like, no, I want to stay 5. I got a flight. I booked a flight. And then I never got my visa. And I'm like, I'm a manifesting queen. Like they're like, you'll get it in 3 days. So I applied 5 days ago. And then I see my other visa took 5 days, and I'm at the airport and nothing is happening. And I'm like, hey, can you call them? Can you fast track it? And they're like, no. And so then that means I have to buy a visa on arrival. I then have to now travel to Denpasar, pay like another fucking double. Oh my God, it's like that. Money's like just messing with me. And because I've had these like deep scarcity roots, ancestral stuff that have been healing, and like, oh my God, I'm so grateful because now I'm just like, oh, that's annoying. Whereas before, I would be so obsessed, overthinking and just beating myself up and just over and over and over and over. And you know, I don't know who's watching this. I really don't know. And I hope it's a spectrum of people. I guess you are into self-development, right? Somehow you found this because you want to develop yourself. And that means that you care, right? So that means that you will probably want to do a better job at whatever you're doing, right? You're probably a high achiever. You're probably not resigned and cynical, not numbing yourself with alcohol and porn and Netflix, but you might still have those addictions and you might still want to do better, because when I was in self-development, I was definitely binge drinking and had a drinking problem. Not like I was an alcoholic and I needed to go into AA, which is nothing wrong with that. That's what happens because that substance is toxic and addictive. But I had a binging problem, drink binging, yeah, alcohol binging. So I'd like drink and drink till I blacked out, and that was the norm. It's like I wanted more and more and more and more. And there's this study of alcohol on rats where it stimulates a part of the brain, and the rats were just like pressing this thing to stimulate the brain, and they were way more excited to stimulate the brain than eat, and then they eventually died of starvation, right? So that's terrifying, right? A little bit. um so wherever you are, what I want to say is, if you heal your relationship to money, or even just like plugging up energy leaks of this obsessive, like, then you have more energy to follow your dreams. Yeah, to fuel your energy into something that lights you up, your mission, your purpose, your business. Yeah, if you have a business, your career. So yeah. So let's circle back to what when things don't go as planned. And I'd love to hear what happens to you. For me personally, I so I am a Aussie, Russian Australian, and I grew up in Australia from the age of 8, and I was born in Russia. And that move from Russia to Australia was so traumatic. Like, I remember thinking that I was coming back. Like, I was leaving all my toys. I didn't know it was a one-way ticket, and I couldn't speak the language. So that was freaking hard. Yeah, it was hard. It was traumatizing. I got bullied as a little kid, ostracized. It was very traumatic. So when things don't go as planned for me, that used to be really intense because my protector piece, my go-to is control. So when I'm out of control, I freak the fuck out. It's just, who's been there? Who has that? I wonder if most people have it, or if you have a different experience. I'm really curious to hear from you in the chat. What is your experience? What when things don't go as planned? Is it yeah, is it what is it? Um I was just like, fuck, do I need to edit that now? I don't, thank God. I'm not gonna edit these. I don't want to edit them. I just want them to be like real. And I hope you have the emotional intelligence and capacity to watch. If you feel like you're inspired and excited and you just feel it. Because what I share is one thing, but I also give a transmission. And I have mentors like that. It's like, oh, I feel so good after. Like, I feel excited. I feel inspired. I feel alive. Let's freaking go. And today I have this very soft energy, and I've been wanting to like make this live and be like, yeah, let's go. It's my third video I'm recording. And I'm like, oh, maybe this will be the first one. And they're always so soft. So I'm like, maybe it's just meant to be soft. Maybe my like is gonna freak people out. But yeah, I'm curious, how does it feel? So I want to give you some tools because this disappointment is all around us. And you know why we stop going for what we want is because we're so scared of disappointment. So what if it's inevitable? What if it's inevitable? And then instead of you feeling that disappointment and being scared of the disappointment, you just heal your relationship to it. Or when things don't go as planned, what if you say to yourself, it's this or something better? It's this or something better. It's this or something better. And I'm like, my visa, how the fuck? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to make sense yet. It will all unfold. It will all unfold. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the first episode. We're going to pause here because I think I've been talking for a while. And yeah, please like, comment, share. I love to hear favorite frames, biggest takeaways, and really wanting to create this community. And if there's certain topics you want me to riff on, to chat about, I would love that. Okay, I love you all so much. Bye. Please subscribe, like, and share. And if you are sharing, I really love it when you like share your biggest takeaway and then share it the podcast episode on your thread or your email. It means the world to me. So thank you.